20-something years ago, those cold nights in December, and the sound of the falling snow, the fireplace warming us, the VHS movie box, your old broke down touring bus, and not a single cloud in the sky. If I could go back in time, I'd pack my bags right now. If I could play back, rewind, I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt, we didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt, all we had was time. Stars over us, just a dream guiding us, and not a single cloud in the sky. If I could go back in time, I'd pack my bags right now. If I could play back my life, I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt, we didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt, all we had was time. All we had was...
Hi guys and girls, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. We are back with another weekly food shop, and this wasn't the month we were supposed to be going to M&S. However, we kind of got a little bit carried away and we'd done a meal plan. M&S was on the way back and I was like, you know what, let's give it a go. You would have seen there the trolley getting filled, you would have seen the meal plan, you would have seen the cost. So the cost, it is probably one of the most expensive we've had to date, and it's come in at £57.25 for 25 items. It was originally £63.70, and we had some deals in there, which I think the deals are actually quite good when you get like little stuff for a night in. But there is a few things of which they do pop up and are a bit more expensive. So there is no, we just put the days of the week in. We're not sticking to this. Sorry, I've just done a load of washing up, and I've still got cups to do. We're a functioning household. This is the meal plan at the moment. So, kicking off, as I say, I don't know what we're having because we are now fancying cheese and crackers tonight. So we have been to a vineyard today and they had a charcuterie board there, and we was like, should we make our own charcuterie board? So none of this is stuff for charcuterie. We got some other bits separately, and I'm thinking, are we going to have that now, or actually we're going to have some of this, because there is a few options of what we could have. And in essence, I got an extra meal because it was in a meal deal, and I was kind of like, okay, something I got which you could actually probably take £6.50 straight off of this, which would make it 51. No, you're taking £3.50, you'll be £50.75 was the pizza. And it's a pizza that I have seen for quite a few months now, and our local stores didn't have it, so we went to a slightly bigger one, and it is the M&S Food Collection wood-fired pizza, chicken Kiev and garlic butter pizza. Guys, when I tell you this smells delicious. It says one of the most iconic food hall products. Oh, I do apologise. Canon, can we lighten it up a little bit, please? I've got you balanced on a flower pot at the moment. There we go. It says one of our most iconic food hall products, topped with a creamy Italian mascarpone and bechamel sauce, garlic butter that melts perfectly onto British pulled chicken, finished with crisp ciabatta breadcrumbs for ultimate flavour. I'm looking forward to this. So I didn't actually need this because one of the nights was pizza / pasta night. So I originally picked up pasta, saw this and was like, yes. So actually, I'm going to say that this is like under 51 quid for a week shop, because this I didn't actually need, because what I did pick up was the pasta. And the pasta was, where are we? It's not here. Is it in the other bag? Oh no, it is. I'm looking at it thinking I didn't pick up a sauce. I picked up a pesto instead. So it was a pasta deal for £7, where we got lasagna, ravioli, your bread, which we got 12 dough balls, and then I got pesto. I didn't get a sauce, but they had like arrabbiata, 4 cheese, bolognese, tomato mascarpone. But I thought a pesto would be quite nice. And to be honest, we're probably gonna have all of that in one meal, because this, it says it serves 2. Guys, I'm sorry. That doesn't serve 2. So I probably didn't need the pizza, but I'm kind of glad we got it, because we're not going to be hungry that night. So that is going to be our pizza / pasta night with garlic bread. We have in the freezer a little bit of meat from the butcher's that we picked up. So one night we're going to have some minted lamb steaks. I picked up a huge bag of white potatoes, because we're going to have mash and a few bits and bobs this week. So we're going to have plain mash with the minted lamb steaks. And then veg wise, I kind of didn't know what to pick up, so I've just got a little selection. We have some cabbage still in the fridge, and we have some peas in the freezer. But I picked up these. Now I actually don't know how much these were. I saw them and I just plopped them in, and these were £2.50. Oh my goodness. Always look in M&S before you pick it up, because I certainly didn't. So we've got baby carrots. This I know was £3. 10 to stem. Yes, £3, but it is the large bag. The other one was piddly, and I think it was like £2.40. There weren't much difference, so I thought we'll get the big bag, because that can do a couple of meals. And then I also picked up a nice big bag of Brussels. These were £2.25. This is where you start to notice the price difference a little. However, the quality and I think the lasting of M&S fruit and veg is a tad more. And then these weren't too bad. I think these were like, what, £1? Yeah, £1 for a big box of mushrooms. So the mushrooms are going to go for the steak. So with the minted lamb steaks, we're going to have plain mash and an array of vegetables with the mint gravy. I'll make a little bit of normal gravy, add it in with all the mint juices. That's our gravy. And then I'm going to do steak one night. We have a couple of steaks in the fridge. So I was like, you know what do we fancy? So originally I said steak, chips, peppercorn sauce and mushrooms. Steak's in there. The mushrooms are here. However, I detoured and got a different sauce. And this sauce, my lovelies, was £2.20, but it was a Bramley apple and cider sauce. Now they say, and I knew before I picked it up, oh, this goes with pork, but I want to give it a go with the cider, with the steak, instead of always having peppercorn sauce. So we're going to try this, and with that we needed chips, and I thought can't be bothered to do fresh chips, I'm not going to lie, and we've only got like French fries in this. So I was like, you know what, M&S do really good chunky chips. So I picked up one of these boxes, and it said on there, chip shop, dine 3 for 10, side. And I was like, okay, we'll see what it is, because another evening meal is fish cakes. So Dan doesn't like the fish cakes with melting in the middle, which M&S have a lot of. But we did find, ironically, our best ever fish cake. It's smoked haddock, sauced cod, Scottish smoked fillet of salmon, mixed with light fluffy mash, mature cheddar and herbs. No melting in the middle with this. So I was like, okay, this can be our fish cake. And that was in the dine-in for 10. It wasn't until we got around the other side, I realised it was actually 2 sides. So we picked up an extra chip. So we've got chips to go with extra. Looking at this, if we was really hungry, we could have a portion of them each with the steak. Or we could actually have, because with the steak, we was going to have the chunky chips, but with the fish cake I was going to do mustard mash and peas. But if he doesn't want mash, we've got chips left over. I mean, it says 2 portions, guys. If we get them out and there's actually like not a lot, then it's probably going to be 1 box per person. If not, we could always use them. Again, as I say, I do a plan. It can sometimes change one thing. We have a few in the freezer left, garlic basted chicken thighs from the butchers. So originally I had them with salad and rice. It could be we have them with chips and salad. So as I say, alongside all of that, I also picked up some British red gem lettuce. We've got a cucumber for 90p. However, if you talk to me about cucumbers, I will say for £1.20, Waitrose extra large cucumber, still the best going. And then I ended up getting a big bag of peppers. So for these, I probably actually didn't really need these now looking at them, because what I thought I'd need them for come already done. This is going to roll into next week, but it's always handy to have. It was like £1.95 for 3 or £2.80 for a bag of 6. And I don't actually think that they're bad sizes. So picked up a big bag of peppers. As I say, probably didn't actually need them. Or actually, I will need them. No, Shannon, you will need them, because we have for one night a chorizo pasta bake. Now, this is where I think you're expensive, because where's my chorizo? I know in Tesco this is about £2.50. £3.80. I was like, oh! Okay, Canon, I know you've gone dark because the price was so blooming high, I know. So I'm going to do a pasta bake one night. So I thought, don't want to use mince, don't want to do chicken. I tell you what, I do a chorizo pasta bake. We've still got a couple of onions left in there. I can use some of the mushrooms, peppers. And with that, we needed a block of cheese. £2.80 for a block of cheese. They did have grated cheese already done, but a block's a lot more easier because you can do what you want. You can do cheese toasties because we're coming into the colder months. So cheese toasty with a tomato soup. Perfect little lunchtime snack. And then the last deal. So as I say, we've got a few deals. We've got the pasta deal. We got the chip shop dinner deal. We then got the stir fry deal. So our sauce. So you get a sauce, a protein, a noodle and a veg. The sauce we went for was black bean and garlic. Our vegetables were rainbow vegetables, which have pak choy, carrot, baby corn. We've got broccoli, green beans, a little bit of everything and anything in there. They also had on, if you didn't want noodles, spring onion rice, which I thought was a good alternative. Dan wanted noodles. So I was like, okay, we've got chili and coriander noodles. So we're going to try them. And then our protein was prawns. And with that, picked up some prawn crackers. And guys, they've already started doing their Christmas snacks. I'm talking like turkey feast, maple bacon, basted turkey crisps, the tortilla salted ones. I'm also on the hunt now for Halloween foods, because of course there will be a 24 hours eating Halloween foods with me and Mum. So starting to see what's out and about at the moment. But I think overall we've had a good trip. Oh, that is a good sized potato. You probably think, Shan, get a grip. But sometimes potatoes are freaking tiny when you get them. And I'm like, So I don't actually know what we're going to have tonight. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. As I say, we've got back from the vineyard. We had a detour to a place we've never been. Well, I haven't been. Dan been many years ago. You'll see that probably in like a Life Lately vlog. We had a little mooch down there, and then we come back, went got this. We had a little look in one of our favourite shops at the moment, Mountain Warehouse. And then, yeah, we will decide what we're going to have tonight. And I will probably check in with you. What are we going to do? I'm thinking, because Dan wants to watch a lot of episodes of Vikings tonight. I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? I feel if he's going to want the cheese and crackers after, it's not going to be a heavy meal. So I'm thinking, because he'll want to save more room for the cheese and crackers than dinner, I think he will go for the lasagna ravioli. I think just that. He's going to just want a small bowl of that. we'll see. I'll probably come back and I'm doing a whole meal. But yeah, that was a very successful M&S. And I'm actually really excited to try it all because it's been ages since we've had some M&S food. And the little bits like their meal deals I do think are really nice. You can get, I think it's 2 pizzas, 2 sides for 12 quid. Or you can get a kind of like a gastro pub meal, I think, for 15. The curries, like their Indian selection, their Asian, they've got Thai, Chinese. Honestly, we do love a little bit. Remember when me and Mum used to get like the little boxes already done? Can't beat them. But anyway, I'm going to whack this in the fridge. And I'll see you when we decide what we're eating. Or we might not actually have any of this tonight and we might just have cheese and crackers and I'll see you on another day. Who knows? Happy Monday! We actually didn't have anything from when you last saw us. I didn't know if we would, but we didn't. But tonight, I've got back in, I've done a bit of filming, I need to do another video before we sit down for Ragnar. So tonight is pizza night, and I can't lie guys, I'm freaking excited for it, okay? We have the 12 dough balls. And also, this pizza is actually quite large. You know sometimes you get pizzas and it's pretty much the box. Yeah, this one actually isn't. So, I think the pizza is just gonna be enough for us, but you can smell this through the packaging. So we're not going to have the pasta, so actually I've got an extra meal as well. So the money that we paid, one of them say this, I could have took that off because it was more expensive than the pasta deal, but hey ho, the pasta is probably going to be great for Dan can have it for a lunch if he needs to. But yes, we're going to pop this in. There's not a lot of cooking involved, it's literally me just putting it in the oven, and you will see it when it's all crispy and bubbling and gooey and goodness, and we will get the first reaction. Because when I tell you I've been waiting so long to try this one and nowhere's freaking had it, I'm excited. Let's get it in the oven, Shan get filming, then we can sit down, stuff our face and watch a bit of Ragnar.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back. All the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
Sorry guys, I realised there hasn't been much cooking tonight, but you would have seen it's fish cake night. Fish cake with mustard mash, Brussels we used from the veg, and some frozen peas. I've been doing a bit of filming, Dan's been sorting the cars out, and we are getting into Vikings. Sorry we didn't actually check in with you yesterday because guess what? Shock, we was watching Vikings again. It's getting very good now, isn't it? We're getting near the end. I think we're going to finish it before the holiday. Please excuse, we're like in the midst of buying stuff for holiday, trying stuff. The sofas are just becoming our little change room chair. However, the pizza yesterday, I said to Dan, I'm going to need to get about 5 of them and freeze them because they are absolutely delicious. I give that like a good 9.5 out of 10. I just wish it was bigger. I wish it was bigger and maybe had a stuffed crust. I think that would have knocked it off. What would you have given it?
Good 7.
Yeah. Dan was like, Dan's not really a chicken Kiev person, so he's like, I don't actually know what it's supposed to taste like. I was like, well, what it's supposed to taste like and what it does taste like is actually very freaking good. But the test tonight, I think, will be the fish cake. This is, however, the M&S best fish cake. The best fish cake ever. He's rolling his eyes there. With salmon, haddock, cod, mash and peas. So no gooey middle because Dan doesn't do the gooey middles. And then the mustard tonight, you put in, was it the honey and mustard dressing from the farm shop? Yeah. We need to pick up another whole grain mustard. We've got plenty of English and Dijon, but no more whole grain. In this household, we have mustard of every single kind, pretty much. That is our condiment of choice, isn't it?
Love mustard.
But he's eagerly waiting to get on to Vikings. I will check in after this, my lovelies, and Dan can give you his verdict on M&S's best fish cake ever. But the mash, I give him a 10 out of 10. Always perfect.
Oh.
Guys, hello, another day. You are not going to write this. I've just sat for 25 minutes filming a home bargains vlog and my camera just shut off. No warning, no nothing, and I'm like, really? So I thought I was trying to get ahead with some filming. No, I need to do it all again tomorrow. Ah, great, but it's been a productive day today. I have baked, you would have already seen this, it is a maple pecan fudge brownie. And then today, my lovelies, it is garlic basted chicken thighs with some savoury rice. And I'm going to kind of do like a little Caesar salad. We've got some lettuce. I'm going to chop some of the Santini tomatoes. These I am obsessed with. I can eat a whole pot with hummus. That's not very good. We've got a cucumber there, the Caesar dressing, and some Parmigiano Reggiano to use up. So, yes, when I tell you, oh my God, where can I put you? I don't actually know where I can put you. I'm just so flabbergasted. I'm like, really? Like, how has that happened? I'm just going to pop you there, my lovelies. Like, I am gutted. Can you see me? You probably can't, can you? Let's put you right at the back there. Am I small enough? Kind of. I am absolutely gutted. And it's annoying because I was really getting in the flow of the video. We was having a laugh. And then, yeah, it just decided to die on me. So I'm like, great. We are just having one sachet. It just died on me again. This time it was the battery. Oh my goodness. It is not my evening today. I'm trying to like get everything pre-filmed and like ahead a little so that when we're away, I can actually relax. But it doesn't seem to be working that way, does it? So the rice, I am only going to do one because let's put something else on top of you as well so you can actually see us. The rice, they say, is 2 servings. I need to put my base on you. Ah! Guys, let me try and put the base on you whilst you can look into there. This is just, it's not my day, guys. I got stuck in horrendous traffic and then come back. The only good thing that's come of it, to be honest, is the baking. So I can't really, there we go. Just don't freaking break through the tomatoes, for God's sake. Stay, please, please stay. The rice is 2 portions, or so they say. But we're going to have a nice big salad with it. So, you know what? We will go with just the one. I want to keep the heat of the candles in there because it is fire season now, my lovelies. We officially lit the fire last weekend and oh, so excited for it. Honestly, loved it. Absolutely loved it. So what I'm going to do is you can go over there because we do not want fresh brownie near chicken. These I'm going to put in the pan. The rice is cooking. As I say, the salad, oh, let me pop that in one moment. I realised we didn't actually even round off yesterday. Guys, we have been so invested in Vikings. I cannot lie. It has taken over our lives. It really has. And are we mad about it? No, because we're actually really sad that we're coming to the end of it. But what a series. What a series Indeed, if you guys have watched it, you'll know exactly what I mean by it. The last season is just like everything and anything is happening, and there's not hello, there's not like any warning or anything at all. No warnings at all as to what is happening, what is coming, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, where is this going? What is actually happening? So, yes, sorry for the lack of the evening updates, because when we're away, we're going to try and maybe not have so much time on our hands to watch stuff and that. So, let's now... Welcome to a chaotic day in the life of Shannon. I need to take you off because I need my tomatoes. So you need to come over here so that I can do my tomatoes, and I'm going to get me plates for me salads. But yes, I think tomorrow, I don't quite know what I'm doing tomorrow. I feel like I'm going to do prawn stir fry. Prawn stir fry tomorrow, and then on Friday I'm going to do the chorizo pasta bake for the 4 of us, and then Saturday, I don't know what I'm doing Saturday. Sunday will be a special meal, so that won't be part of this one, and then we've got the lamb steaks, and then we have normal steak. So I might actually, I'll see what everyone wants on Sunday. I could do steak, but I was going to do a different meal for Sunday, so we shall see. I'm not entirely sure. Let's crank that, because I do like to give it a nice crisp on the bottom. And then when it comes to the salad, I had a lovely, lovely Caesar salad today, and it's kind of just made me want it again. What knife do I want? No, not the little one. Sorry, guys. I want the big one. So, yeah, found a little Parmigiano, but these tomatoes, I ain't normally a tomato girl, okay? Oh, is that Dad? Hello? No, not yet. I thought he was down back. These, oh my God, guys, if you see them, grab them. Yes, they are pricey, but they are freaking amazing. And I just think, like, they're gorgeous autumnal colours. We had them last week. What did we do last week for dinner? I done marinated, what was it? It was chicken drumsticks with savoury rice. We've got some hummus, and me and a little someone, we snacked through that whole thing, and Dan was like, are you enjoying that? And we're like, yeah, we actually are. So I feel like I might have to grab some more of them potentially for the weekend. I'm not too sure, but yes, I had a lovely Caesar salad today from M&S actually, and you know what, it stops me having a snack man. I'd rather give the money to M&S, and it was very nutritious, a really good portion as well. So yeah, I can't believe that freaking camera done that. I've looked on like forums and that to see like what the reason is for it, and there isn't a reason. People just say, oh yeah, mine happens to do the same as well, and I'm like, well, I do not want it to do the same, because there we go, it's highly freaking annoying, literally. And I hate refilming, because like I'm in the zone, I'm in my little flow, and then I've got to do it all again, and I'm like, bloody hell. Right, let's try and make the salad look nice. I mean, if you can make salad look nice, you're a master, because I can't. It just looks like I've dumped leaf on my plate, as Mum says, the green stuff. So I need to leave room for the chicken, and I need to leave room for the rice. But how are you all, my lovelies? How is life treating you? Any goss to catch me up on? any dramas, you know I'm all here for it, but I'm actually not going to ribbit-rabbit and bore the life out of you, because I probably do that majority of the time, and I think by the time this goes up, I think we're still on daily uploads. You know me, I love to give myself a challenge, don't I? And what a challenge indeed I've given myself. I'm not complaining though, your girl is trying. So I will actually just shut up and do a bit of chopping now, and you can have a little bit of chopping me with the cucumber and the tomato. Yeah, it'll keep me quiet for a while.
No mistake ever kept me late. We spent summers catching fireflies and winters on our skates. One big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church on Sundays. Mama set the pace. Daydreamer, kitten and maid. Take me back, all the way back to them days. Running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
Hello, what a chaotic day. What a chaotic day. An hour and 45 to get home tonight. Yay! But it is chorizo pasta bake for 4. So I'm actually using it. I had some fresh pasta left over from, I think it was Morrison's or Lidl, one of them. I love to have a bit of fresh pasta in the house now, because having it for lunch, it doesn't like clog when it's the next day. So I've got the kettle boiling to boil that up. That only needs like literally 3 to 4 minutes. So normally when I do the pasta bake, it goes in for like half hour. I don't have to do that this time. So the main bit of cooking will be cooking down the peppers, cooking down the chorizo, and then mixing it all together in the big pan, whacking the sauce on, which if you guys have been here, you know I normally get all of the sauces, either Home Bargains, B&M or Iceland when they're on offer. I've done my big stock up, so I've got all the sauces. We've got the pasta bake, tomato and bacon. So I'm just slicing up a few little peppers, and I'm going to do, I don't actually know if I'm going to do the onion. I might just do half of the onion, get a few little veggies in there, and then mix it all in. Dan, I think, is going to help me with the cheese, and then it'll all go together, go in the oven. And we had another garlic bread actually in the freezer, so I've just grabbed that out, and that will be what we're having alongside it. But oh my goodness, last night that stir fry, guys, was actually really nice. It was a black bean and garlic sauce. Loved it. We also finished Vikings. Now, if anyone has watched Vikings, I'm not going to spoil it, but I was very underwhelmed. And you know what? I kind of felt, you know, like when it was Game of Thrones, you had all of that big, you thought there was going to be a big penultimate ending. And I can't lie, it just seemed, for me, very disjointed. Like, I don't know, I feel there's so much that's been left. So could that be for a return, or is that to do with Vikings Valhalla? Or like the way that some of the things happened, I was just like, oh, I thought a bit more, you know. Oh goodness, I almost just sliced my finger. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. I think we're going to take a break from some series and catch up on a bit of YouTube. We've got plenty of Beard Meets Food and James and Ben and everyone to catch up on. And I think the next few series, I'm holding out for the new Monsters that comes out October. I probably am going to start painting the Peel House. Can't lie. And then we might watch Vikings Valhalla. If anyone has seen them all, please tell me, like, is it worth it? I don't think I'm going to do onions in this. I think onions might be a bit too much. But I'll tell you what, we'll do the chorizo. I said to Mum, I still can't justify paying like £3.80 for this when I know in the likes of Lidl it's like £2. So I'm just going to fry this gently off, and then, as I say, pop the sauce in. I'll probably cook it because I want the cheese to go nice and crispy, maybe about 20 minutes, and then I'll pop the garlic bread in halfway, and we should have a nice little chorizo pasta bake for everyone. So yeah, first thing first is to cook all this up. So you'll probably just see me chuck it in a pan and leave it be with the oil, to be honest. I'm going to jump in the shower, and then I'll probably be back in my Baby Yoda PJs, and then I don't know if we're at the table tonight or if we're on the sofas. We shall see what everyone's vibe is. But yes, I think tomorrow, I don't actually know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't think I'm doing a meal within this. I think it is the like fake away, because the people have requested a certain dish and I'm like, okay, if you want that, I will do it. And I can't lie, it's one of my favourites, so that's an added bonus as well. Right, that's all chopped. That can go in there, that can go in my mouth, and let's start constructing.
Daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days. Daydreamer, kidnap me, have me running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. Have me running around
thought that I would be traveling this road. People keeps missing, the clouds seem to fade. And every occasion I whisper your name. I'm happy to hear that you'll still be around. I thought you were leaving without a sound. In my little world you are both pros and cons. It's hard to admit when you feel you don't belong. So tell me, are you still in there? As beautiful as you are, you just don't know how far. In this world I'll be right by your side with arms. Even if you don't want, you wrote your name in my heart. You're out where you're laughing, the curls in your hair. I wish that I could tell you how much I really care. Your harmless desire, the tip of your tongue. All of your bruises and all of your fun. Tell me, are you still in here? As beautiful as you are.
I do apologise, we haven't actually spoke much. As I say, it was a birthday steak dinner yesterday. Birthday for 2 people. We have had a lovely, lovely weekend. It went down swimmingly. The brandy and apple cider sauce was very, very nice. Dan did like it as well. And then I have come back. Dan's peeled and chopped some potatoes for me because today is minted lamb steaks with mash and then veg. But I don't think my veg is all going to fit in this. So the big pan is what I actually needed for that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the potatoes in there. We're going to have to see. But it'll probably be a time lapse today. I've had a banging headache all day. I don't know why. I just feel, I don't know, I feel it's been a very hectic weekend. We're trying to sort stuff for holiday and it's just like, oh, and also what I done last night, we was getting the cases out of the loft. As the case come down and I stepped back, the ladder unlocked. It went down, I see the mirror tip. I screamed and closed my eyes waiting for the smash. It didn't, it just took a huge chunk out of the wall. So yeah, you'll see that in the Life Lately vlog, how all them coats of white paint and the ladder literally went and took it straight back to orange. So we've got to do a little bit of filler and we've still got some white paint in the shed. So that's the job for when we get back off holiday. That is not going to be a job before holiday, that will be after. So you know what? Shannon stopped rabbiting. It is now going to be do dinner. Dan should be on his way home in about half hour. So I'm hoping to have dinner ready and tidy everything up. We'll put the washing away. I'll do the next washing up. We'll have a nice evening. But yeah, just a very chill one because I think we need it.
You just don't know how far. In this world I'll be right by your side with arms. Even if you don't want, you wrote your name in my heart. this world, I'll be right by your side with arms. Even if you don't walk, you wrote your name in my heart.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets, and yesterday has gone to sleep. All that's left.
My lovelies, completely forgot to do an outro, and I don't want to give you any sneak peeks of the holiday. So my lovelies, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below, and leave me a comment. What was your favourite meal of the week? What are we thinking here for M&S? Yes, a bit pricier, but I actually think it was very, very worth it. And oh, guys, the lamb steaks from the butchers, yum, 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 yum. This was definitely what we needed. Not having quite so hearty food right now, but best believe when we're back, that is the first thing on the menu. My lovelies, take care, stay safe as always, and I will see you in the next one. The holiday content is coming very soon. Bye!